I want to say, every time we've met up so far, which may just be a coincidence or whatever, within the week there's been a mass shooting in America.
Yeah.
The last one we spoke about was the gay one. The one before that was the Gale.
Well, hang on. Let's rewind. That was the Orlando nightclub shooting, not the gay one. There's nothing gay about it apart from there was homosexual people.
And this one is the Vegas one.
Yeah.
So we seem to land right on a good time.
Fancy that though, sitting in a hotel room above people. Like how many people were there? 20,000 or something in the crowd,
shooting and fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But I, being the ever conspiracy theorist, I've read a lot of stuff about there's more than one shooter.
There wasn't.
No,
there's no evidence for it.
But I've read loads of stuff about it.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying I'm putting out there a different spin.
Okay, but it's
the gun nuts of America have said, because it was white, country music. The FBI or the CIA, whatever it is, are using this as an audience so that it's not blacks or whatever, gays. It's the people that have guns, predominantly. They've targeted that audience. They've staged a terrorist act, targeted that audience.
I'm glad you call it a terrorist act.
Yeah.
That's a brownie point.
Why?
Because if a Muslim did it,
it's a terrorist act.
It would have been a terrorist act.
Yeah.
The media would have been all over it. Terrorism, terrorist, the whole religion's to blame, basically. If it was a black guy or woman who did it, it would be horrible black people doing horrible things, and the whole black race would have been blamed for it.
Yeah.
But because it was one white guy who did it,
shooting a bunch of other white.
It's now it's just
people.
He's just crazy. He's just demented and
lots of people
mentally
say. I mean, it might be shooting fish in a barrel, but he had all those weapons. I suppose
mate, he shot 59 are dead and 500 odd are in hospital. He fucking shot a shitload of them.
Fucking shot a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you think, how did no one? It's crazy, really. Like, how the fuck?
This is why I don't go to festivals and things like that, because it's dangerous. There's too many people there. Look at Manchester, the bombings. It's too many people. When it was the terrorism thing in France.
Too many people.
Too many people in one place.
That's why we live in a rural area. And no one's going to get us.
Exactly.
So don't do anything ever, because...
Well, no. Do proper things like go fishing or, have a hobby. But why go to music festivals? That's pointless. Listen to it on the radio.
You shouldn't get shot for bad taste in music, but they did.
Okay, well that's debatable. No, it's just bad because it's just indiscriminate killing. Not that killing's ever right, but
it never is. Well,
to our American cousins over there, and let me tell you something, okay? As a Brit, I don't really mingle with too many Yanks because we don't really come across them. But I recently went to Mexico, and you might have guessed that, got married, had a honeymoon, and the hotel was full of Americans. And we actually had a really good time with them, some really interesting chats and stuff. So not all America's bad. So what I'm saying now is just generalising things, and I think you guys need to take note because you're a bit fucking nuts. Change your gun laws. Simple. Why does anyone need an automatic machine gun that the army or the police use? Why does anyone need that? For whatever reason. That's not hunting, that's not vermin control.
It isn't hunting at all, is it?
It's nothing. It's just having a big machine gun.
Even if you went out, like, say, even if you're a hunter, right? There's no... And you like shooting animals. Isn't the skill the fact that you get the shot? Because we went shooting together, didn't we?
We did go shooting together, yeah. For my stag do.
For your stag do. And it's fucking hard to shoot.
It is hard to shoot.
And we were shooting with buck bullets, so that means it sprays out.
Buckshot.
Yeah, sprays out. And we missed loads. We were the second... Well, between us, we were both.
We were the best.
Shit.
We got the most
misses.
We got the most together.
We saved the most discs.
We got it. We misunderstood the briefing. We thought it was don't hit the target.
I was aiming for the cows in the field.
They were sheep.
Do you know, my eyesight's been really fucking bad. Like, on the way over now.
You shouldn't be poking your eyes with needles.
Nah. It's fucking those aliens, mate. They're poisonous.
But yeah, I just think you don't need them fucking guns, mate.
Of course you don't.
That's the thing. And you guys coming back saying, oh, well, these shootings happen. No, they don't.
They only happen in America.
They only happen in America.
And the next time we do a video, there'll be another one.
You got more mass shootings in America than there are in Iraq. 21,000, I think it was 21,000 people in 2015 were killed by guns in America.
But how many?
Nowhere else on earth.
But how many people in America?
Doesn't matter. There's only 300 million.
How many people in Iraq?
Even if there's only 100 million.
It's not 100
Even
million.
if there's 50 million.
There's not even 50.
Oh, come on. Google it.
Alright.
What's the population of Iraq? It doesn't matter. I worked with an American guy once who said to me that exact same thing. He was like, yeah, we've got all the shootings. And what do we have in Britain? 30, maybe 50 shootings a year at most.
And we have 60 million people.
And we've got 60 million. So even if you multiply that by 4,
right.
it's still miles below your 11,000 homicide shootings.
Iraq
population. They probably won't be very accurate.
It'll be less now. It's been fucking they're all dead. Actually, it's quite high. It's 40 million.
Yeah.
But lower than us.
Yeah. 20 million lower than us.
Shall I see what the population was 10 years ago?
Can't have been that different. Maybe a couple of million.
Population 2000 and... When was the war?
Well, the war's sort of still ongoing, isn't it?
It was less, actually.
Fucking hell, they've been breeding during the war.
Yeah, they made more babies.
I guess there's not much to do when there's bombs falling but shag, is there?
Let's find out what Syria was. How do you spell... Oh, Syria.
Syria's a shit.
Population. When was...
Saddam Hussein bomb.
2010. I think that's when it was. 21 million.
Is that it in Syria?
In 2010. 18 million now.
Oh, it's not that much.
Not really been affected that much.
No. And how many of them are ISIS?
Exactly.
I think it would have been funny. You know, when ISIS came out and said we're responsible for the shooting in America recently, it would have been funny if they said, no, that's got nothing to do with us. Yeah, we do shit things like cut people's heads off, but no, we wouldn't do that. That would have been better publicity for ISIS, ISIL, Daesh, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, if they said we're not insane.
Yeah. So at the minute, there's a mass shooting in America every 2 months.
Yeah. What was the last one before this?
I can't remember, but a mass shooting is considered. I think it's 3 or 4 deaths per incident.
Yeah, but you got a lot of gang wars, isn't there?
A lot of people are upset because they were saying this is the biggest mass shooting they've ever had in America. But what about the Native Americans who were massacred by the white colonials? Colonials.
Exactly, yeah.
Colonials. What about them? They don't count.
Was it called America before then, or was it just called...
It was called 13 colonies, mate.
Was it actually?
Because there were 13 colonies.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a shame that it's happening, because I've met Americans, apart from the accent, which is really difficult to listen to, but they probably say the same thing about our accent. I actually like the Americans. I'm still friends with them on Facebook. We chat and stuff. They're really sound people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's, for me, before that, I had quite a lot of prejudice against America, but that was my own ignorance, not really knowing much about America. And because they voted Donald Trump in.
Well, not all of them did.
No, exactly, not all of them did, but enough of them did.
You've got a choice of Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I'm not saying Hillary Clinton would be amazing, but I think she'd be a damn sight better than Donald Trump.
But you know,
he's a maniac. He's a fucking idiot.
The problem is
he deletes tweets when he's wrong.
Yeah, but
the media's bullying me. Get over it. You're the president of the fucking free world.
When he's been saying stuff like we will eradicate to total destruction of North Korea, when he says stuff like this, and North Korea come back and go, Donald Trump has tweeted this, we will take it as out
declaration of war.
Yeah, You're like, he should be. He should be told not, because it is about time someone actually goes on things that he says and goes, hey, you're saying these outlandish, crazy things.
Do you know what? Do you know what I find disappointing about the whole Donald Trump thing? Okay, it's no mystery. It's no secret that the United States, at the minute, is the most powerful force on earth. They've got the most nukes, the biggest army, the greatest navy, everything. Okay, when it comes to technology and manpower, no one can match them. Simple. If you ever go to school and you meet a genuine hard lad, you know, the cock of the school, the one who no one can take down, right? He doesn't go around flexing his chest, because he'll just knock you out. So rather than bitching about North Korea, just fucking knock them out. Or leave them, because they're a bunch of fucking dickheads. Fine, they fired missiles over Japan and shit, and so, oh, that's our mate, blah blah blah. But either do something about it, or don't. But don't fucking run around shouting your mouth off, because that makes you look like a fucking dick. At the end of the day, if America wanted to, they could level North Korea and start again.
But then you would have all the kids gang up on the big kid.
No, when I say level it, I mean level it.
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be no one left. There'd be no dog.
No, that's fine.
No Koreans.
That's fine. You've wiped out. You've killed a kid, right?
All the kids, not just one kid. All of them.
Imagine, let's say schoolyard politics, right? You've taken on one kid that's given you a bit of aggro. You've killed him.
As you do in America.
You know, you've got all the other kids around him looking at him like, if we don't do something about this cunt, he's going to go after us next.
Not necessarily. I think if the kid did wrong.
But are they doing wrong? Are they doing wrong by having nukes? Is it?
Well, no. I don't think it's. I think nukes in general are a bad idea. Whether you're America or North Korea, okay. The only difference is, I guess you could. Well, I don't know. Nukes are just a bad idea. No one should have them. Full stop. They're not a deterrent. They're not a weapon. They're just a fucking crazy idea that no one should ever have. If a kid is causing shit at school and you knock him out, most people go, fair enough, he was causing shit. You know?
You don't kill him, though. You kill him, that's too far.
Well, do a land invasion in Korea then. Yeah. Liberate the people,
but if you do a
get
land
them on
invasion,
your side.
He's the kid. If you knock him out, the kid's going to come back and
Not
grab
necessarily.
a knife.
Look what America did to Japan.
America...
And now they're best mates.
Yeah, but look, America have already invaded North Korea once before.
Well, all of Korea. It then split into North and South Korea.
Yeah.
And look where the American investment went, and look how prosperous that is.
South Korea.
Yeah. They've got more Wi-Fi than anywhere else in the world. And what do we need? Wi-Fi. It's a human right now.
The money is in the internet.
It is. Bitcoin.
And it's about time.
Another sponsor, Bitcoin. Google it. Bitcoin.com.
Do you know,
buy your Bitcoin today.
I wish I bought into Bitcoin. My stepdad used to say to me, Sam, you need to invest in some of this. Because he used to watch it years ago.
Yeah, but it's dropped again loads. It's up and down, up and down. I've got a mate, I won't say his name, you might know him. I'll tell you after the podcast. Who's got a mining rig, and there's a different coin that he's literally mining on. It's complicated, but he's got a man cave, and he's got like loads of different graphic cards connected up to some unit, and it literally just mines these things all the time.
What?
Special coins.
Oh.
I don't really understand it. Don't try and get me to explain it. All I can say is I went in there and it looked like a fucking geek's cave. Alright? And he's got all these screens with these things on it, and he checks it on his phone and shit, and if you mine X amount it sells, and then you get X amount in the bank.
Mining?
It's called mining, yeah.
It's like the new gold rush. It is really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's Bitcoin. The whole reason why Bitcoin is so... My understanding is, please, we know there's 34 of you following us, don't go crazy in the comment section, okay? I'm a novice when it comes to this. But there's something about Bitcoin. There's something like, I'm going to say a random figure, 20,000 Bitcoins have been mined, and there will only ever be 20,000 Bitcoins.
Right.
So 10 years ago, again, this is just me saying shit, one Bitcoin was $1, alright? But because there's only so many, now one Bitcoin is $2,500. Right? So you can buy portions of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, right. So there's only a certain amount of Bitcoins.
Yeah, and that's why it's so valuable.
But what's the mining bit? I don't understand that.
It's working out cracks and codes. I don't really understand it, mate. You Google it, look it up. He tried to explain it to me, and it was over my head.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Someone
I don't
you
get
work
it.
with?
Used to work with.
Used to.
Mm.
What's their initials?
RC.
I don't think I ever worked with him.
You might not have. He doesn't really work a lot because he mines bitcoins.
Yeah.
Not bitcoins, these other coins or these other currencies. I don't know, it's a load of fucking weird shit. It's beyond me. And that's what he
Money's
mines.
on this thing. This thing here. This second world that's the internet. Second world to us.
I was born when there was no real internet.
Yeah, I was as well.
I remember in Carter 95. Windows 95, and you had in Carter 95, and there was this weird maze game you used to be able to play.
Windows 95, yeah.
Crazy. And I remember playing Doom when revolutionary. That was the best thing ever.
And then you tried to send your guys in Doom. Well, not Doom. Dune, I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, I don't play gay games.
Yeah. Dune, there was I couldn't get past the first level in Dune, and there'd be a bit like you'd be asking these lads to go somewhere for you. So you'd send them straight to the bad place. And they'd be like, "You're crazy, you want us to die?" And that's all I could do, is to keep asking them to do that, because I couldn't work out how to get fucking past them.
I remember in the late 90s a game came out called Project IGI, Project I'm Going In, and you were like, it was a first person shooter, and you were like an ex-SAS operative or something that went for a private thing, right? And the game was like, people go, the game got like awards and shit for its realistic gun sounds and things, and now there's so many of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that was revolutionary at the time,
but how many games of the year are there? You go into a thing, there'll be a game of the year,
Mate,
game of the year, game of the year.
They're now saying games is bigger than the film industry.
Of course it is.
When it comes to making money and shit.
Of course it is. There's so much it's ridiculous.
Look at the new COD coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to play it. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't wait to play Battlefield 1, and I was very disappointed.
Films are dead. It's internet. This thing here is going to kill everyone. I tell you, the internet is going to work out its own consciousness eventually.
Probably.
I reckon it will.
Here's a conspiracy, Mr. Conspiracy. Have you heard of the dark web?
Uh-huh.
I reckon the dark web is the new war on drugs. You know about the war on drugs, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Where it was just a whole bullshit thing, basically. Okay. Now, governments are going against the dark web because they're selling it as a drug buying hotspot, a terrorist recruiting hotspot and shit. Where actually the reason they're bothered about the dark web is because they can't control it. So people can, you can share ideas without being monitored and watched and shit like that. That's why they don't like it. That's why they don't like it.
And what are drugs?
We are controlled by our governments. Seriously.
Of course you are.
Whether you're Iraqi or American, your government is the fucking top gangster.
I go on Facebook, right? And it will know, like I started at that McDonald's I was working at before I came back. Within 2-3 days, it worked out that I was working at McDonald's and was asking, "Do you know this person?
Yeah.
Do you know this person?" And you're like,
here's one. That was just a little break we took, as breaks go. Anyway, I've got to say, in all seriousness, our hearts and minds and our feelings go out to all those people who are mourning someone at the minute in the US, or even fearing that they won't recover in hospital and stuff. It is an awful thing that's happened, all jokes aside. Can't really comprehend how it must feel to be in that kind of situation.
But how many people died on D-Day?
Different.
I know it's different.
That's different.
No,
you can't really compare the two, mate.
I know you can't, but I'm just saying, how many people died?
Thousands.
You know,
but that was full-blown war. I'm not saying war's right or anything like
this
that.
This is one guy.
Yeah.
If he'd done that on D-Day, he'd be an absolute fucking hero.
Well, to be fair, probably one guy was doing more than that on D-Day. If you think about it, they had bunkers,
Yeah.
and you had a guy with a big proper machine gun shooting out at loads of people running toward, not running away, hiding, running towards you. You mowing them down like cunts.
Yeah. Literally, like, you know when you play those games
Yeah.
where you play a game and you line up a load of artillerymen and then you put a load of peasants to run in at them,
Yeah,
and you just
exactly.
see what happens,
Yeah.
and you literally
used-
see it.
I used to play a
"Fucking
game called Stronghold Crusaders. Alright, it's like an RPG game.
hell." Yeah, it's like a god game thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I used to make loads of what they called slaves in the games, and they were basically unarmoured, really cheap people you could buy who would run in with a torch that was on fire and they'd burn down farms and things. And you make like 100 of them, and you send them towards a castle, and all the bowmen would just kill them.
Yeah.
And you think, these poor avatars, just mercilessly dying because I sent them there. You know, most of them are killed before they reach the farms. What a waste of life.
It's a thing, man. Every time I come around here, I start to think about all this world is sensory input, really. And recently, I tell you, because the brain is so very small.
Well, it's big
It's big,
in
but
comparison to...
to the body, it's small.
Well, it's big compared to the body. If you think about how big your brain is compared to other organs,
Yeah.
maybe your
Someone was
liver.
telling me you only use 4 cells in your brain.
That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit, mate. Think about it. If you were to be in an fMRI scanner, all right, and they said, because it used to be that you only use 10% of your brain, right?
Yeah.
Simple things, pulling a door handle.
Well, we would know because we work with a lot of people who don't have functionality.
Not we, you, mate.
Well, you've
Okay.
got a lot of experience.
I'm a self-employed builder.
I work with a lot of people that do suffer from lack of
I've got a
motory
master's
skills.
degree in clinical psychology.
Yeah.
I know a bit about the brain.
There we are.
There we go.
That's his.
If you just the amount of brain that is activated just opening a door is crazy. Just looking at pictures, think about it. The whole part of your back brain, all right, which is called the occipital lobe, is what helps you see. So nerves from your eyes are incredible as they are, but they're sending input into your brain, which helps you see depth, helps you see movement, color, everything. That's just looking around. And then there's different types of seeing. There's top down and bottom up seeing.
Is that?
All right, processing.
Right.
So imagine you're just scanning this room. What do you see? Name a few things you see.
TV.
TVs. You've seen a TV.
It's a mirror.
Mirror. You. So that's just your brain taking in raw data, going, that's a TV, that's me, that's a mirror. All right. But say you're looking for the mirror. Your brain first has to go, what is a mirror? How does a mirror look? And it basically sends data to there that's saying, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then you go, there's the mirror.
Do it again. Because I did that. I took
yeah.
a second to think about what I was
So I'm saying,
and then I looked.
look for the remote.
Oh, right.
Ah, that's one remote. That's, you're looking for it, but say you're looking for a specific remote. You have to be, that's just a remote.
Yeah.
But now you're looking for the remote that controls the soundbar. That's a different remote to the one that controls the TV. And the remote that controls the sky is different to all of them. So your brain has to know and remember all these things and access that instantaneously.
The mirror was quite slow though. It took a couple of
Yeah,
seconds.
that's just a mirror. You know, but say you're looking for the specific mirror. Imagine you're an archaeologist looking for a specific thing in the ground.
Pacific.
Specific thing in the ground.
You're looking in the ocean.
I'm looking for the Pacific Ocean. There you are. So I fucking destroyed that straight away.
I was.
A cunt.
Yeah, I am. Most of the time. No, I'm not really. I'm actually a very genuine guy
No, you are a genuine
who
guy.
cares a lot.
And that's why I was trying to explain to people at the wedding that you were just misunderstood. That's the thing.
Hugely.
Hugely misunderstood.
But it doesn't matter because.
And it doesn't matter. It's not like you and the wife's dad are best mates, so
No.
it would have been different if it was me.
Well, I would have been a lot more. Well, I was leaving at that point, so he grabbed me by the neck. You know, to be fair to him, I had a bad neck for a couple of days after that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I'll tell him. I'm seeing him tomorrow. I'll tell him you ruined his neck. He won't
He's
give a
not-
shit.
he's
He
not
was going to kill you.
Well, he says he was going to kill me. But...
He said, "I'm going to fucking kill you." That's what he said. I'm going to fucking kill you. And I was like,
For what?
I was like, kill him.
Okay, boy, do it, break his neck. Yeah. Well, he weren't going to kill me. What I can't remember is ever talking to Frankie, which is her sister, yeah?
Yeah, you said something to her. I can't remember what it was. I'll find out and text you. But it was something
It really
that
doesn't
upset
matter.
her.
I don't want to.
And she was upset because Jess was upset. And
I remember-
it was. You
I
got to
remem-
remember, it wasn't just you that upset Jess, but Jess was upset, and then you were doing things which upset her more. So
What was upsetting Jess other than that?
a lot of things didn't go. General guests at the wedding don't know that, but there were a lot of things we planned that were supposed to happen. That didn't, like the caterers.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna say this. They're called Savage. What are they called?
I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, they're shit. They're rogue traders. Don't use them. Savage caterers or something like that. And we paid for a certain thing, and all we got was fucking meat on a bun.
Right.
And we were like, whoa. Guests didn't know that. There's supposed to be vegetarian options because we had vegetarians there as well. Catering staff were rude. When we tried to rectify this with the catering company a few days later, they were rude and non-explanatory or anything. So there were a lot of things going wrong. And then Pete turned up, and it was quite an easy thing to take out a lot of frustration on. Do you know what I mean?
The guests didn't know that. They didn't need to take their frustration out.
No, but there was a girl there who's apparently someone said you look like her boyfriend, and you kept going up to her saying I am your boyfriend. And as someone who knows you, that's quite funny. But someone who doesn't know you, when you do that repeatedly,
Yeah, it was just a gag.
isn't that funny?
It was just a gag that was
So-
going on.
Yeah.
I said, no, I am.
And that doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter now. It's all in the past.
No, it
Hakuna
is.
Matata.
No,
What a
it is for
wonderful
me.
phrase.
I'm chill about it. I just feel that were the least thing that I wanted to do. I was having fun. I tell you what, I was having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had loads of fun.
Yeah. So, but I think if I had a natural +1, I would have stuck with them.
Well, if you had an actual +1, they probably would have known you and known how to rein you in a bit,
And
kind
said,
of
"Look,
thing.
come on."
Yeah,
Sam,
it'd be different.
stop taking the piss.
Everyone's got a Sam at their wedding.
Yeah.
All right, and we're not talking about a lot of things, but we're talking about you. So that shows how much of an impact you had.
Yeah. I did.
You're
I'm
remembered.
a star. I'm the
You're
star of the wedding. Hey!
You're a celebrity, man.
I'd be remembered if I walked in the room with the same. They'd be like,
Yeah.
this guy.
This guy was the nut guy. So,
Yeah.
and you just being you, and it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I don't,
Life is life.
I don't want to dwell on that.